I'm gonna have to change that intro at some point because I'm assuming we'll be copyright striked or something at some point. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Reality Hour. This is our last episode of 2021, and can I say good riddance to 2021? Um, and I said that last year about 2020 as well. Things are not getting better. But anyway, we're going over our favorite moments of 2021 and our hopes for 2022 today. And so, joining me for this, I'm gonna steal something from John Oliver from years ago. I'm gonna call this a F eulogy for 2021. I know, isn't that great? The, I'm gonna call this the F eulogy for 2021 for Reality Hour. Joining me is Adam and Grace. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. It's the year's winding down, but some good stuff on the horizon. I mean, shows outside of the reality sphere that I'm really excited about, and next week we got a new Star Wars show, so I'm happy for that.
You enjoy that because I am not watching it. I'm doing okay. I'm again back in my former studios. I'm at my parents' house for the holidays. Busy, 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 but it's gonna be okay. And we're here now.
Yes,
Are you
we're
excited for
all good.
Christmas?
I am having because I was gonna go to New York next week. I'm having very much second thoughts right now, but we'll see if that goes over. I guess.
Yep. Everything's being canceled right now, but we are not. So let's get this started. Um, this is going to be a very loose podcast because we kind of decided we were going to do this. We had thought we were going to do this a while ago, and we didn't make definitive plans. And the last minute we said, "Screw it, let's just do it." So this is going to be very loose. It's going to be very like vague and just general discussion, but I'm sure we'll get some good content out of it. Hopefully. Um, but anywho, I'm going to start by going over my 5 favorite performances of 2021, and I put mine in order, and you all can chime in with yours if you have any ideas. I'm going first so I can give Adam and Grace time to think think of performances they want to include in their lists.
I also don't think you have anything from Dancing with the Stars.
I do not. Um, why would I? I didn't watch that show. Um,
We probably do.
I'm sure you do, but I have 4 different shows represented on my list, and that's deliberate. And Grace is wondering how the hell does Eric have 4 different shows on his list, and she's gonna find out right now. So number 5, I'm going in reverse order. Number 5 for me was Miley Moore's Blind Audition on The Voice Australia, and that one's a sentimental one for me because I was sitting in the audience for his audition for the X Factor UK years ago in 2015. Just by coincidence, I was in the crowd. They panned over my head. I was standing up and clapping. Um, and I will say, Sean was robbed on X Factor, and he was also robbed on The Voice. And so it's not really a surprise. He's constantly robbed now. But I thought this was a fantastic performance for him. Great song choice, great delivery. I was so happy to see him again.
What did he
So,
sing again? The prayer, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he only got 2 performances on The Voice, but even the winner only got 6 performances, so it's not.
And the winner was good, right? Yeah, the winner was
She
good.
was good, but I didn't really watch her. That's my number 5. My number 4 is a recent one actually, and it's a someone who's been on my list before. Ada Vox, who is on a Paramount Plus show right now called Queen of the Universe, which is a spin-off of RuPaul's Drag Race with drag queens that actually sing. And Ada is probably going to win this show, which will be nice. Her first performance was At Last, and it was really good. And Leona Lewis is a judge on that show, so that's a nice bonus to see her stand up for Ada Vox the way the adult judges did. Anyway, number 3 is Casey Bishop, Black Hole Sun from Idol. I thought that was Casey's best performance of the season, the one I enjoyed the most, the one I went back and watched the most. Number 2 and number 1, I'm flip flopping on the order I wanted to put them in. Damn it. I'm going to put Brooke Simpson at number 2 with Bad Habits, which I thought was her best performance on America's Got Talent and the one I've listened back to the most. And Grace Kinsler is number 1 with When We Were Young. So that's my list of 5.
Okay.
Overall, I mean, if you notice that 2 of the people who are on this list would have been on lists in previous years, so clearly we're running out of people on these shows, I guess.
And one of them might be another one because Sean Miley Moore is one of 3 familiar faces, 4 for me, in the Australian national final for Eurovision, which I think he'd be a good fit for.
I hope he wins that. I know he's up against Isaiah at Firebrace from X Factor.
And Sheldon Riley. And Andrew Lambrow, who I have heard of personally.
I don't care about Sheldon. And I will say, I think that if it's Isaiah or Sean, I'll be very happy. It won't be because...
Neither one of them are going to win the contest anyway.
Oh, I know.
But Isaiah's already done it, so...
I've heard Isaiah's song that he's entering with, I think, and I think it's good. I think I've heard it at least, unless he's releasing another song after this one, but I don't know.
National final's not until February, so
maybe it is a song he hasn't released yet.
I might go all Stocky Stalkerson on that one. I don't know.
Okay.
Because there was one year that I watched every national final I could, and I'm just I have no idea what's happening because I don't speak these languages. Yep. I do speak English, so it might actually work.
And I'll be honest with you, it took me until about 2 weeks ago to realize that the song I keep hearing, the cover of Beggin' I keep hearing on the radio all the time was actually from last year's Eurovision winner.
Yeah, Maneskin, they're the current winners. That was not the song they won with. It has to be
Philip Phillips do that at one point?
Yes.
He did.
I knew that song sounded familiar.
And then Duncan Lawrence with Arcade, he won in 2019, and that song's getting U.S. airplay, so I'm very happy about that.
But not as much as Beggin'. I'm hearing Beggin' on the radio all the time. And it took me so long to connect that. Oh my God, this is the Eurovision song. Eurovision artist, not the song, but you know. But when I had that connection, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Anyway. Adam, did it give you enough time to think?
I was able to put together 4. I was quickly going through the YouTube pages, trying to jog my memory. And I got 4 performances.
Yay, let's hear it.
They're in no particular order because I don't really have them. Just one that kind of stood out that I'm surprised. Basically, if I remembered it, if I was scrolling through and I was like, oh, I remember this, I would say that was one of them. So this is one of those performances. It's Uninvited by Alanis. I don't remember what her last name was. Alanis Sophia. I just remember that performance, and it was really good. So I'm going to
probably, if I had a 6th spot, that would be it, personally.
Yeah, so I would put that performance. Ava August doing Driver's License would probably be another one. The other 2 are the ones from Dancing with the Stars. I think Grace knows. Iman, that
Halloween Week.
I've Got 5 on It song by...
Yeah, the Halloween Week Us dance.
Yeah, and...
which probably was the one that tied up his win, if anything else.
Honestly, I think he won on that performance alone. And number 1, I would put JoJo doing Before You Go, which I think is the best performance of the year for me, and also my favorite song of the year. So
I love that song.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I watched this year. I did American Idol. We podcasted about American Idol. We did America's Got Talent. Sort of. I mean, you guys watched it a bit more than me. And Dancing with the Stars. I watched 3 reality shows. I think I watched 30 other shows. So I don't even know. Am I allowed to do a ranking of non reality TV show rankings? Because I could do did any of you watch Squid Game?
No.
The White Lotus?
Nope.
You?
No.
Made?
No.
Raised by Wolves?
No.
Ted Lasso?
No.
You both need to watch Ted Lasso. That was my favorite show of the year.
Ted Lasso is your favorite show of the year?
If I was to put a top 3 ranking, I would go Squid Game, Ted Lasso, probably Star Trek Lower Decks season 2.
Okay. Ted Lasso is on my watch list.
Even if you don't I know you guys primarily stick to the reality TV sphere.
I know I should watch Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is special.
I'm fully aware. Okay. It's on my list.
That's my piece. Unless you want to hear about movies, because I could do that too.
Yeah. Okay, Grace, you're up.
All right, so the only ones that I could think of that were not mentioned were Willie Spence's performance of Yellow and his performance of Stand Up also, those two.
Stand Up was the other one, was the one that I was considering putting on this list as well.
But yeah, Yellow was kind of one of those unexpected moments for me because, like, I was thinking, okay, Willie's going to do a Coldplay song because, like, they had to. That was the theme. And he had yet to really, like...
theme, by the way.
I realized this when we were talking about Dancing with the Stars because there were a lot of people, like, criticizing the themes. And I realized that, like, my least favorite themes on Idol were always, like, the narrowest ones. The ones where it's only one artist, either that or... the themes that don't suit any of the contestants. Like, I think season 3 they did country week and none of them were country singers.
That would be a nightmare.
And then season 4 they did a Broadway week, and okay, Constantine did Broadway later on, but like,
yeah,
what the hell is Carrie Underwood gonna do with a show tune?
I don't know. Anywho,
she did sing it well, but it was not one of her better moments. Also, another Dancing with the Stars moment, Jimmy Allen's Contemporary inspired by A Quiet Place. The choreography for that, shout out to Emma for that, because, I mean, I've never seen A Quiet Place. That whole theme was the theme that Grace knows nothing about. I don't do horror movies in any way. But, like, they incorporated ASL into the choreography. It was so moving. Jimmy was one of those contestants that I never really knew what to think about. But he did better than I thought he would, and I was a little bit surprised but not angry when he got eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember that performance, but when you said A Quiet Place, my mind immediately went to, like, there was just no music. Like, I just don't remember it. I'm sorry.
No, that was a different one. The song was a violin version of Say Something.
Huh. Is that all the performances, Grace?
Yeah.
Those are the ones I can think of.
Can we talk about most memorable moments from the show, like unrelated to the performances?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the biggest things that happened, because I got a couple of those. Yeah, go ahead.
My favorite moment of this year remains Arthur Gunn reaching out to Sheryl Crow.
No, I was going to say when he didn't perform and
know.
That whole story.
Yeah, that's the story. That's what I'm saying.
That's like the big drama of the year.
The moment of 2021 on American Idol, at least.
Man, I actually was the other day, maybe it was like a week or two ago, I was rewatching some of his performances. He really butchered some of my favorite songs. Like, really, like In My Place by Coldplay, Remember Me, Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. It was just, yikes.
Yep. At least he didn't win.
Did he come in like 5th or 6th?
I think
he got eliminated top 7.
So he got either 6th or 7th place. We don't know.
Can we also, by the way, like at some point talk about the American Idol spoilers? I guess we can talk about that later on, though.
We can do that this episode.
All right. But yeah, that was. I said I had a lot of memorable moments. It was really just that one.
Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of as well. But I can come up with some others.
Iman and JoJo being the top 2. One of the strongest top 2s of a lot of shows recently that I can remember. I thought that's a really good moment, you know?
Yeah, I loved Iman's trajectory because Kelly Monaco was another contestant that was like started out the bottom of the leaderboard, ended up winning the competition, but season 1 was only 6 weeks and there were only 6 couples. There were 15 of them, and this was one of those. Iman was that winner that came out of nowhere. And I'm like, I can think of a lot of performances that carry people deeper into the competition than maybe they should, or like performances that are so good that they carry them through a few weeks where they could do whatever the hell they want. Like Andrew Garcia had Straight Up that carried him to the top 9. Angie Miller had her final Hollywood solo that guaranteed her a spot in the top 10, which she kind of deserved anyway. But I've never seen a performance like that just came out of nowhere that won somebody the whole show.
Is that one of the best final 2 pairings, would you say, of the show or kind of in general?
One of the better ones that I can remember. If I go back, there's been 30 seasons. There are several other top twos where I would have been sat. Like, remember Willis and Riker Lynch comes to mind. Either one of them could have won, and I would have been fine with it.
I would have said Lindsay and Jordan and Bindi and
Yes.
Nick. Those are the only others that I can really think of.
Yeah,
If you're
those
talking
two.
about- if you're only talking about Dancing with Stars, that's fine. But I'm talking. I still think my favorite top two I've ever seen was Dalton and Scarlett on X Factor.
I'm surprised you didn't say David Cook and Archuleta.
I wasn't a huge Archuleta fan.
Don't say that to Grace.
It's
I
fine.
know.
Again, I had a crush on him, so that propelled a lot of it. And I am seeing him in concert next year, so I'm happy about that.
Cool. I mean, I'm happy that he's doing better now and stuff. But anyway, there's so many top twos that I really like, but a lot of times they're like reversed of the order they should have come in.
Yes.
Chris and Adam being the big one for me.
Gina and Caleb.
That's the one for you. Yep.
That's one of them. I'll back Adam on that. There's a lot of Dancing with the Stars ones because I feel like every year my favorite comes in second or doesn't make the finale.
Lately on Idol, it's been either third place or seventh place for me.
Yeah, it doesn't usually come down to the finale, like when there's the shock winner. Except on Dancing with... Oh, I don't even know. Iman kind of did deserve it at some point. But I'm just trying to think otherwise.
Okay.
Jax?
Let's move on to some...
When Nick beat Clark, that's another one.
That was a good moment. But anyway, top 4 hopes for 2022 for me. Number 1, my favorite winning American Idol for the first time in 5 years. That would be nice. I would like that.
Who are your previous? There was Casey. Who else?
It was
What?
Grace this year.
Yeah, this year was Grace. The year before that doesn't matter.
It wasn't a real season.
Wasn't a real season. The year before that, Jeremiah, and the year before that, obviously, Katie. So,
If it makes you feel better, I only had one, and that was season 16, Vital.
what your favorite one?
I think it was the only time.
Yeah, because you pick weirder favorites than I do, I guess.
Lightning, what is it? A broken
Lightning
clock is
Star.
right. Is right.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. There you go.
Okay, so that's my first hope. My second hope is for... I'm not even going to hope for a great season of America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent. I'm just hope for one that I can tolerate watching without turning my TV.
I'm not watching this season. Like I
know you're
I've
not.
told you. Like there's nothing roping me in. Like I'm
fully aware and fully on board with my decision. I am still going to watch, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't make me throw my TV out the window.
I don't even remember who won this season.
The Magician.
Oh right, Dustin.
Yes. Anyway, my third hope is actually about American Song Contest. I'm really hoping that show is amazing, and that it produces actual someone who's going to be on the radio. That's what I'm hoping for, because I'm losing hope in the other shows to do that, and so I want this new show to show up and actually surprise us.
I do have hope for that contest because it's all like new songs.
Yes.
Like American Idol, The Voice, they're 98% covers.
Yes. I'm holding out hope that an American Song Contest is going to blow me away.
And maybe we'll see some familiar faces amongst the contestants.
I just remembered. I have another memorable moment of the year, but I'm gonna have to turn my camera off for a minute. So carry on. I'll be right back.
Well,
I have another one actually. I'm very happy that Dancing with the Stars finally got with the times and got a same-sex couple on the show. And they did very well. JoJo and Jenna were a fabulous partnership. I think one of my hopes is, I'm not saying, I want to see one every season, but I don't think it is a requirement that we have a same-sex couple with a gay celebrity. Like, can we have one with a straight celebrity? I wouldn't object to that at all. I'm scared.
I'm different on that. My fourth hope is that we get an Idol alumni on The Masked Singer. But time for Adam's book review. Let's let's just get the book review out of the way because it's never going up on your channel, I guess.
You know what? I keep telling myself I have a script all written out because I script my videos because
Do you have it now?
I don't have it for this video. I have it for one video that I was going to do beforehand. But just while I'm here, I will probably, if I ever have the motivation, surprisingly a very good read, Grace. I really liked learning about it. He's had a really interesting life. And did you know he was sued for like $1 million or like more than $1 million?
I'm not surprised by that. A lot of people get sued.
He did something really bad and they wouldn't say what it was. He was like, I did $1 million bad thing, and you could Google what it is. So I don't think I actually did though, but it was, a biography, and it wasn't bad. So I don't know, 2.5 stars out of 5. There you go.
Now, have you watched a Goofy movie yet?
No, one punishment at a time. I need a couple.
I will.
What? I will. I promise I will. But
see, I got a proposal for next season. If Eric wins, whoever comes in third has to pay for his crown. But I don't know how much of a punishment that is because I'm probably not going to miss $5 all that much.
Would he wear it if we actually got it for you, Eric?
That's a tough question. I'm not sure.
Me losing $5 is not the worst thing that could happen to me if I lose this draft.
I started the tradition. Just want to say.
Okay. Anywho, but yeah, the thing I was gonna say before I was interrupted by Adam totally turning Grace's punishment on her head, on its head.
That's karma.
Yeah, hashtag karma. But the last thing I want to see more American Idol alumni on The Masked Singer, because I don't watch that show, but I will watch performances from someone if there's someone I know.
Not Todrick Hall.
I'm saying good American Idol alumni.
Yeah, he's not good. He's like, I was reading about it. Like he's done some bad things.
Okay, I don't know, but okay.
I'm excited for Big Brother. Or there's no chance, Grace?
Nope.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm still kind of wowed by the fact that we were like one pick away from Eric winning.
That would have been nice.
Oh boy.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh god.
But you know what, Grace? 4 Pete, that's a big accomplishment.
Well, this was 3. Idol will be 4.
This year you're coming for the win. No, you won Chase.
Yeah.
And
Caitlin, then Chase, then Iman. So I've won 3 in a row.
So you're going for 4. Oh god.
Well, I'm picking the white guy of guitar this time. Fuck it. I don't care at this point. God.
Oh boy.
Point, I'm just like, when I see white guy of guitar, yep, I'm picking all of them this time. I don't care. I'm just gonna do it.
And I'm gonna pick some like wacky contestant and end up winning again.
Yes, you are. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Maddie wasn't wacky. Maddie was amazing. Maddie was the best winner.
Maddie was your first pick
on any draft, like period.
And the shocking thing about that is that her audition was barely shown, and I don't think anyone thought she was gonna win.
I did.
From her first audition?
For a little while, I thought she was gonna win.
Not as early as Adam did. I'm willing to bet that.
That was the first season, like, since Gina Irene that I was that invested in a season. No, Jax, probably. But, like, when Maddie won, damn. Never would have thought it would happen. Still to this day, that season's one of the best in my opinion.
It is, but not because of Maddie, in my opinion.
But... What do you got to say, Eric? What are you saying?
I am saying that Katie and Ada were robbed.
Just let me enjoy this, Eric.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, everyone I think knows my biggest hope is that Dancing with the Stars finally gets rid of Tyra Banks.
Not happening. What's your next hope?
Yeah, she was really awful though this year. Like in
She
particular.
was, but it's still not happening. Literally. I mean, if the Idol judges get to stick around, clearly ABC is not making any casting changes. Because the Idol judges, as bad as Tyra is, at least she's, you don't have to watch her. I mean, I guess. I mean, you don't have to watch
She's
the
also
judges.
an executive producer, so that's even worse.
I mean, the thing that bugs me is that, like, the Idol judges are coming back because, like, honestly, they're the worst. They're just the worst panel of any of the shows that I've ever seen. And it's just unbelievable that they've gotten 5 seasons out of these guys. So,
I just had one and I forgot what it was. I can't remember any of the others. But I'll come back to it.
oh yeah, so I have a couple other new shows that I've watched since we last podcasted. One of them is Queen of the Universe for Ada. I've only watched Ada's performances, so that has been good. The other was Walk the Line, Simon Cowell's X Factor replacement that lasted 1 season.
Is it good?
I mean, it's over, and it's never coming back, obviously. I mean, it might, but, it won't, because it's terrible. It's on. I will say, I thought the 4 was the worst format of any of these shows that I've ever seen. Walk the Line takes everything that's wrong with a 4, not everything, most of the things that are wrong with a 4, and adds more things that are wrong on top.
I think The Voice has a worse format. The Voice or
False.
The Wall. Do you remember The Wall? Was that what it was called?
It was Rising Star.
Rising Star.
Rising Star.
No,
The Wall
false.
is a game show.
No, Walk the Line is the worst of any of them, and I'm willing to stand by that claim. So the way Walk the Line worked was that it's 6 nights of performances in a row. Each night, so the first night, 5 people perform, one of them wins. They can have a cash out for £10,000 or walk the line to go to the next episode. Next episode, that one person faces 4 additional challengers. And then if they win that again, they can double their money, and if they don't, they walk away with nothing. And then basically it's 6 nights, and whoever wins the last night wins £500,000, regardless of whether or not they performed any time before then. So literally, you could show up on night 6, perform once, and win everything. In theory, with this format. One performance.
Did someone win already?
Yeah, it's over. It happened all in 1 week. It was 6 nights in 1 week. And it's over. And we'll never hear about it again. So.
I kind of want another season of Rising Star.
What?
That's actually Israel's Eurovision selection.
Really?
Yes, but it works for Israel because they're a very small country. And, I mean, Eurovision is a big deal for those countries. And they actually won it a few years ago. So
It's also works because there's only one time zone in Israel. And the problem with Rising Star is that the West Coast, the format of Rising Star where the live voting happens, is that it's really biased towards one coast.
it was just also so freaking confusing.
Yes, and by the way, I'm not even sure I got half of Walk the Line's information right, because that's even more confusing. So, but anyway, let's think of.
Oh, I have another hope.
Yeah.
Since The Voice is now only on 1 season a year and there's no spring season, maybe that might help Idol's ratings. I don't know if it will or not, but it probably won't. Not that much, at least.
That's
Since
not
the
what I'm
shows aren't in
hoping.
direct competition anymore.
What I'm hoping is that I'm hoping that the American Song Contest actually does well enough to replace The Voice in the spring cycle permanently.
That would be awesome, but the American, Eurovision's only 3 nights. So
we're gonna drag it out. It's gonna be an awful. It should be an interesting format, but I'm hoping it works.
Yeah, and I mean, because I'm saying there's 50 states plus DC and 7 U.S. territories, and I don't know if there's a big five like there is in Eurovision, because there's the five countries that contribute the most money, and the hosts, which this year the host country is in the big five. They get to bypass the semifinals and go directly to the final.
Huh.
We can do that next year, but we can't do that now because we don't have a reigning champion.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how we're gonna do this format, but it's gonna be interesting, and I'm hoping that there's some good people on it.
I am too. I'm hopeful.
What else? But yeah, there's one episode left of Queen of the Universe. I've never watched a Drag Race related show before.
There's only one episode. Didn't it just start the show?
Queen of the Universe?
Was that's the one with Ada Vox?
Yeah, that started 5 weeks ago.
There's only 6 weeks of the show?
Yeah, 6 episodes.
How many people are left?
3,
Is Ada Vox one of them?
of course.
Huh.
We don't know who wins yet. Almost all of it's been spoiled, except they taped 2 different endings. So we know that Ada's in the top 2. Spoiler alert. We don't know if they win.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
What else is coming up this year? So is it
This
just
year,
going to be...
We also hope that AGT Extreme doesn't actually air.
Oh yeah.
Do they resume
Yes.
production on that show?
I don't think so. I mean,
Just
God.
cancel it. It was a bad idea to begin with. Come on.
Oh my God. It was a laughably bad idea. It was all funny until someone got hurt, but someone got hurt, so it's not funny anymore.
People have gotten hurt on AG. It's not a good idea, period.
Oh yeah, that's a bad idea regardless. I mean, making the whole show about the Danger Act was just the dumbest thing I think Simon could have possibly thought of.
Could I tell you the dirty little secret? It's because a Danger Act has never won, and they really just want a Danger Act to win something.
Oh, I know. That's exactly what it is.
Because NBC has the Olympics in February, so they need something to fill.
Ooh, good point. That's a good point.
They need something to fill January and March until the spring shows start.
That's a good point, which you made.
Well, it's mostly because they can't do another season of Champions because they ran out of it. They threw the entire bucket of water out of the first season, and they just had drips for the second. And the bucket of talent was dry, and so they can't do another champion. So they have to change that up and just do. Maybe they could do like AGT of just singers, and then they can never have singers on the main show again. That would be nice.
I think the whole point of AGT though was because there was already American Idol, which is all singers, and there's
I know.
So
what I'm saying they should do is they should make America's Got Talent singers, and then have America's Got Talent without any singers on the main show.
AGT Champions was a great idea. In theory, on paper.
If it was only happened once, it would have been a fantastic idea.
And if they had
and if they did it right,
30 contestants and slower eliminations, it would have been.
And actual live voting.
Or if they do, because I know Strictly Dancing, which is the mother show of Dancing with the Stars, every year they do a Christmas special and they bring back past contestants for a one night thing, and then they crown a winner there. Would that be possibly something they could do? Or would that just be a disaster too? Because I know they've done holiday specials, but they're more performance based and there's no winners or anything like that.
Are we talking about America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Is Sam and Cal still producing it?
I don't know.
I'm saying in theory, if my point is that if Simon's producing it, it's going to be a disaster. So I've just lost all hope.
If I had another hope, this is a really bad one.
Go.
I would cancel AGT.
It's not getting canceled.
Yeah, it's never.
I would dramatically overhaul it. I would do that.
I don't think it can be fixed. I think
it can be fixed. I think if you get rid of the judges, get rid of the bad auditions, get rid of producers, keep the name, keep the idea that it's all different type of talents, and keep the general format, but make it a little bit longer with the live shows. I think
remove all association with Simon Cowell and Howie Mandel.
Yeah, exactly. Basically.
And bring back Mel B.
No.
That would probably never happen, but
new judges all around.
All right.
It's never happening, but
Oh, it's never gonna happen.
but Simon is going to ride that thing into the ground, like he did with X Factor.
He already is.
Mm-hmm. God, this year and like these past couple of years, America's Got Talent in particular, made me so pessimistic about this whole format.
I got to be honest. I got to throw out a hot take here. I think these were the best seasons of the shows we've had in a few years. Other than AGT, Dancing with the Stars was on fire. American Idol was passable, mostly. Like, compare that to where we were previously.
I'd say until the last 5 minutes of American Idol happened this year, it was the best season they've had since ABC, since the show was rebooted, in my opinion.
I'm not all I'm saying is I'm not all doom and gloom lately. Like, I know.
I'm not. I was really until the last 5 minutes of Idol this year, or last 3 minutes, whatever you want to say it. I was really up on Idol this year. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Dance with the Stars was good too. Like it's like an Oreo, but with a really bad filling.
Seen those.
What was that?
Seen those Oreos with the gross fillings.
It's like what were some of the like carrot cake flavored or something, like just really like
just frosting flavor. I will say though, like the cookie part was bad. The cream cheese flavored filling was amazing. If Nabisco is smart, they will just put Oreo cream in a jar and sell it.
Didn't they make like a mint Oreo? That's what the year was. No, they're not. Mint Oreos?
Well, we now know this episode title.
Mint Oreos?
A carrot cake Oreo.
I truly think like this wasn't a bad year. Like just my thoughts.
Yeah, the shows were good. I was happy to see Eurovision back. I'll probably be even happier when because I'm hopefully going to follow it more closely, because this year I barely followed it at all. So I'm hoping I can follow it a little bit more closely. But yeah, I felt pretty good about these years.
Wait, now I'm Googling weird Oreo flavors.
Oh, God.
Did you know there was a caramel apple Oreo?
I did know about that.
A banana split? Candy corn? Candy corn?
I love candy corn. They came out with this other thing. It was like, they called them Oreos. They were like the vanilla cookie and the chocolate cream, so they were in reverse. I was like, why are you messing with the cookie? Like, why can't... Don't mess with the cookie part.
Some of these sound delightful. Marshmallow crispy, cinnamon bun, root beer float. That kind of gets an eyebrow raise. Candy cane. Oh my god. Ugh. Berry burst ice cream.
Are you just not a mint person, Adam?
I love mint, but like after a good meal, like at a restaurant when they give you like the little.
So let me get this straight. So you're saying Oreos are not supposed to be after a good meal? We're supposed to be part of the good meal?
I've lost track of this Oreo metaphor.
Aren't Oreos dessert to begin with, which means to come after a good meal?
No, they're not. They're not a dessert. They're a snack. You don't eat and then have an Oreo. An Oreo is like, I don't know, have it with some milk or something.
Okay.
Am I just wrong on everything today, Grace?
I think we have a banner for that.
What? No, Oreos like I can deal with like the regular, the double stuff. I even can deal with like the golden ones.
The double stuff. The double stuff is the only good Oreo.
It's true. I love that, like the golden, but like anything other than that.
Oreos are gross.
What?
They're just wrong. Golden Oreos are wrong, and double stuff just has too much cream.
Did they actually do like a quadruple like stuff? I vaguely remember seeing something like that where it was like,
you've got to get the ratio right. Like, see, I thought one of Adam's hopes is that there would be a Grace is wrong hashtag.
Eric is just a Chips Ahoy guy, like just.
Oh, Chips Ahoy are good,
but they're not Oreos. I like my Oreos a certain way. How did we start talking about this? Chips Ahoy hoy.
Oh. We came on here to talk about reality TV, and now we're talking about cookies. You want to talk about Nutter Butters too?
Oh my god, I love Nutter Butters.
When they started dipping them in chocolate and selling them.
Man. Now I really want cookies, but like, it's a snack. It's not a dessert. Grace, Eric, back me up here.
I've never had a Nutter Butter.
You live your
What?
life.
We need a podcast just dissecting these dessert choices because this is giving some major red flags.
We're gonna become food critics.
We need like a Gordon Ramsay type to just scold Eric and Grace for their ways. For their ways.
Do you ever watch Hell's Kitchen, by the way?
No.
I religiously watched 2 seasons with my brother. My brother really
I
loves
watched
the show.
it years ago. Like season 4, 5, and 6 are the ones that I watched.
I just like when he gets angry and yells at people. And my favorite scene was something like outside of the show where he's with Julie Chen and he has like 2 pieces of bread like attached to her head. And he says, "What are you?" And Julie Chen says, "An idiot sandwich." Which is like a meme now.
There was an episode of Iron Chef where Julie Chen.
I've always liked the signature dish challenge at the beginning of each season.
Oh boy.
Oh god, there was an episode of Iron Chef where Julie Chen was a judge, and the secret ingredient was beer. And I'm pretty sure she and the judge next to her had been drinking the whole time because they were something else.
Oh boy. So what, in your opinion, are the okay desserts, Eric? Like what is good? I'm stuck on this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for real.
Like you were making fun of me for Oreos. Like what is the okay zone? Like what are we? Where?
Oreos are okay.
Not a dessert. They're not a dessert. They're like a snack.
Yes, they are a dessert.
No, you don't have, I don't know, mac and cheese and then have an Oreo afterwards. It's not that kind of a thing.
Okay.
You know what? I have no words.
I have no words ever, other than to say that this has
I'm
been
just-
a very interesting podcast.
Just shaking my head at you both. Grace in particular, because do you like the mint Oreos? Is that okay in your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done with you people. I don't know if we can keep doing this.
Well, we're gonna find out because we'll be back next year with something we can say now. And so 2022, we'll be covering American Song Contest. I think we've decided we're going to cover that show. We'll obviously be covering Idol.
Yeah. I'll be here definitely for Idol and Dancing with the Stars. If you want me to do any other shows, it's gonna take some Oreos and some admittance of guilt and being wrong in all this.
Okay. Well, anyway, on that note, I'm Eric. You can find me on Twitter there. And bring on 2022. Where can we find you, Adam and Grace?
You can find me not reading Bobby Bones' other book because that one I'm not going to do. I think I've had enough of that one. You could find me watching TV shows. Probably going to watch The Matrix, the new one, and the Goofy movie. And you could find me on Twitter there.
Yay, we figured out a point. Great.
Yeah, I was looking by which shoulder moved.
That's a good
You
cheat.
can find me contemplating going to New York next week.
You should come. We'll get lunch.
If I already have 2 shows that are canceled out of 5 that I was planning on seeing, so we'll see. You can also find me scoping out some Keeping Up with Alumni news, which I had a really good one, which we already saw. Lauren Elena is going to be a Grand Ole Opry member.
Oh,
And you can
Alumni
find me
news.
on Twitter there.
Yay. We're all learning how to do this now.
Let's see if Eric can do it. Eric's going to mess us all up.
Okay, post show is gonna be Grace. Thanks for a reminder of alumni news. Is there any alumni news that I think is interesting?
Well, I already
It's blowing up.
I mentioned Lauren Elena. She's going to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry, so congrats to her.
I'll shout out Katie Turner. She's doing really well on the streams for a new single. Are doing really well, which is good. So
Yeah, some alumni doing pretty good. There's someone who...
We never talked about the sing-off, but I actually saw Pentatonics in concert 2 weeks ago. They were
how are they?
They were fantastic.
Great.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they would be. They're the type of act that I would really like to see at some point. So
Yeah.
And on that note, thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you all next year.
Happy
If you
holidays.
stuck for this, you're a trooper, by the way, because
I
you really went off the rails on this one. But
it's
happy holidays, happy New Year.
Oreos, not mint Oreos.
Bye.